This video is going to be the ultimate Call of Dragons guide for ALISTAIR. I'm going to share with you artifact, pets, where this hero belong, what is going to be the best pairing for this hero, in general everything you need to know for ALISTAIR, so your Call of Dragons gameplay experience to be on high level and get the best value from this hero. So first thing first, where this hero stand, what is going to be the purpose of this hero. We're having many heroes in Call of Dragons that you can pair it with different troops and still get some amazing results, but ALISTAIR is not exactly from these heroes. From here you can see where the heroes shine, and obviously for ALISTAIR is going to be the cavalry. For me personally, he's not a good commander. The reason behind is his cavalry, rally and tank, and nothing related like mobility or skill tower trees that is actually helping the cavalry. Now from point of spells, he's hitting like 3 legions, which, you know, there's not just many cavalries that are having this AoE damage dealing, but ALISTAIR is actually doing some AoE, and this is from the beginning of the game. You're going to have this hero at the beginning when you start playing Call of Dragons. Obviously the best AoE damage dealer in the game is Urak, but he's generation 3 hero, so there is just so much time till you actually reach this hero. On top of that, he's a legendary one. So I believe in the early season, if you're starting with cavalry, and I believe that the cavalry are very good for free-to-play players, also for free-to-play players or the whales and krakens. I'm going to explain why I believe in this. For the free-to-play player, is just you can get amazing traits when you go over the map and actually strike with your cavalry. Some AFK legions, some legions that are going back from the battlefield, some legions that people just don't watch it. You can strike with the cavalry and get crazy traits. For whales and krakens, you can just cavalry bomb at the middle of the mage bow and still get amazing results with your cavalry. I don't think it's good for WoW spenders and mid spenders in general, because you're going to fill your hospital with cavalry and you're going to finish them at one point, and you have to start playing the free-to-play style, trying to get some good traits, but in the same time you're spending in the game, so you want to have good performance over the big fights and not looking around to strike something that is AFK. Now, yeah, this is the first spell and it's good one because most of the times you're going to strike couple mage legions or marksman legion. The second one is not something crazy, HP bonus, physical attack bonus. Here we're having defense bonus when you rally cities or stronghold. So this is something for specific place. This is going to be the rally place. So this immediately cut out ALISTAIR from open field one spell. From the 4 spells he's having, one is going to be for rally. Most likely you're not going to do your rally with ALISTAIR. The best rally in the season 1, in my personal opinion, is Bakshi with Emrys. Way better from ALISTAIR to do a rally. And finally, this is something that I really like over the ALISTAIR, and when your legion is over 50%, you're going to get synergy and passion. This is going to increase your rage accumulation speed by 30%, solid one, and hero skill damage bonus. Now why this is important, because when your cavalry strike, they're going to immediately execute their rage skills if they strike some range legion. It can be mages, it can be marksmen. Immediately you're getting 100% rage and you execute your spells. So getting 30% more hero skill damage is a big deal, to be fair. And finally, the Awakened cavalry units led by ALISTAIR deals 10% more counter, a more normal attack, and take 10% less damage. This one is also a good one. Now, for me personally, ALISTAIR should be till mid game. Let's say it like this. Mid game, understand something like generation 3 at the end, something like this. Where you can actually use ALISTAIR, because ALISTAIR right now there is a new hero presented in Call of Dragons. Obviously it's not that new, but we're having Murdoch, which for me personally, Murdoch is way better from ALISTAIR. Not because of his crazy spells, but on top of that is having the mobility talent tree. And this is something that I really don't like about the ALISTAIR. And this is the talent tree of this hero. As you can see here, we're having a tank talent tree, we're having a rally, and we're having a cavalry. Now, cavalry is the majority of the cases you want to have march speed there. And ALISTAIR is not having march speed. It's having the tank talent tree, which can actually give you some march speed, and here you're going to get more march speed. But this is all you're having from ALISTAIR, and for me personally, it's just not good hero to be a commander. You can use him as a deputy, obviously, but as a commander, going with tank for something that, for a troop type or legion type that is immediately striking and run away, you just don't need the tank talent tree. But still, you can build something, I don't know, maybe going with the cavalry talent tree, and from there just getting these two march speed can do the work. I just prefer ALISTAIR to be not commander. Now from there, let's talk about the pets. Now for me personally, having this thing with 30% rage accumulation speed immediately bring a couple pets in my head, and one of the pets is, for example, Warhound, which is benefiting from this rage accumulation speed. Physical damage to enemy legions, also is doing AoE this pet. The War Pet Legion take 1.1 less damage each time the Legion get rage via initiate skills. It gain also gain 1 stack of auric mark. So this pet is, you know, benefiting from this. The other pet that I can suggest you for ALISTAIR is just going to be, where is, I think was some Manticore. There are just so many Manticores. I think this, yeah, the Blade Manticore is also doing some AoE damage. I'm a huge believer that in AoE damage dealing pets for cavalry, because again, they're striking, and most of the times they're striking couple legions. You know, your mages are moving together, your marksmen are moving together. Even 2-3 legions, 4 legions, 5 legions, when they get struck from this type of pets, it's just going to receive a lot of damage. So this is something from point of pets for ALISTAIR. Let's talk about the artifacts. I'm a believer that any generic artifact is working well for ALISTAIR, and for example, Royal Punishment, Kingslayer is good one, Sorwan Blade is good one, you can use it on the ALISTAIR. Basically, Sorwan Blade is maybe mandatory because it's giving some legion march speed, and we saw that ALISTAIR is very bad from point of march speed, so you can actually use Sorwan Blade to somehow make a synchronization between your cavalry legions. The other one is this one, for example, Wolf Woman Heal 4, but this is an artifact where you just jump, you teleport, you strike some rage legion and move back, because again, you're getting this 100% rage immediately when you touch an rage legion. Some other artifacts that is not exactly for, this one is a very good one, this is more like for Urak, to be fair. This one is specific to be this one is specific for Nea, because additional effect is when Legion get haste where camouflaged, and get synergy when the camouflage status is removed. Haste march speed 20%, hero skill damage extra 10%. This on level 1, but it's more like Nea because she is the only hero that is having this camouflage. So maybe this one cannot work well for ALISTAIR, or at least you're not going to benefit from the additional effect of this artifact. So we already spoke about the skills, we already spoke about the pairing. Basically, it's pairing with any cavalry hero. I strongly suggest get the ALISTAIR. If you're going to use Sorwan Blades, to not get a hero that is giving some march speed, because the majority of the heroes are actually giving march speed, especially the legendary one. For example, Emrys is giving cavalry march speed bonus. I think almost all of the let's check it out. Urak, I don't remember Urak. March speed bonus 10%. So you're having a lot of heroes that is giving march speed bonus, and having this this tower trees where you can get some extra march speed. So for me, for ALISTAIR, I don't know, you just have to hit your synergy there from point of march speed, and if it's needed, go with the Swordwand Blade. So yeah, I think we actually cover everything for this hero. If you have any question, just let me know in the comments below. I'm going to try to answer them as fast as I can about Call of Dragons, obviously. And if you're interested in more Call of Dragons videos, don't forget to hit one like and also subscribe for this channel. And yeah, if you're looking for a guide, you just write me. I'm going to put all of these guides in my Discord at one point when I build all of the guides for the heroes. So yeah, I wish you a great day, guys, and see you in the next video.